Welcome again to the Shop of Wood Spun Around. This is Doug. It is so good to have you with us. You see here a piece of maple. This came out of a nursery department from a church, kind of a milk bottle shape. These were never finished. There was a whole group of them that I was given as the church was closing down. Sad situation in itself, but nonetheless, they were getting some things out of the building before they left and turned the building over to someone else. Anyway, these are hard maple. Just took the top lip off of it and measuring there to get my tenon on the end. And I do this the same procedure on both ends. Measure it out, cut it down so that it will fit in the chuck. We're going to make a box out of this, a little bit of an unusual box. Saw it done a couple of weeks ago by a friend of mine, and just kind of liked the idea, so I thought I would try one myself. Anyway, just using skew, parting tool, whatever I can use, whatever's handy to get the tenon on each end of this hard maple. Just doing some preliminary cleaning up of the sides. Ran into something just a little unusual as I was turning this maple, just trying to get the sides clean. Every time I was right there ready with it nice and clean, the surface clean, I would find a place that felt kind of rough, and when I stopped the lathe I would find places where chunks just kind of fell out of the wood. It was really strange, but nevertheless we persevered. We got through it. Again, you see on the other end just making the tenon as well as my no cut line. Then here in the middle, or not quite the middle, doing the parting for the lid. All right, we've got it in half. Going to work on the lid a bit. Here I'm just making the outer part of the tenon that'll go into the rest of the box. I'm going to do a lengthy tenon, not one like I normally do, but this will be a fairly long one. And with that being done, we'll come around with some hollowing tools. This is the Easy Wood Tools #1 hollower. This is what I use for 90% of the hollowing on this box. See, there's some great ribbons coming off. A nice sharp edge on that carbide. Won't be long I'll be changing the bit on this. This is beginning to get dull. It is still sharp. We got all of that hollowing done, and now we've turned it around. We've got the body of the box. Excuse me. I'm not going to show you a lot of this. Right here, we're kind of working out to the outside so that I can start fitting what is normally the top. This is actually, this is the top here, the main body, and we're going to fit the bottom. There we go. I've just fitted it. I'm not showing you all the test fits because there were quite a few of them. We got it fitted, and now we're hollowing out the inside of this box. Used whatever tools I could. I used a spindle gouge there for a while just to get it started. Now we're back to the Easy Wood Tools #1 hollower, and it does such a fantastic job. It just kind of, it's got a small bit on it, and it really does eat through the wood quickly. See the handle bouncing up and down there. I was going, being a little bit too aggressive, trying to hog it out too fast. When I just relax, it was typically a bit easier on me and the wood and the tool. Sorry about the airplane noise. I'm away from home and I just happen to be staying close to an airport. We've done all the hollowing we're going to do. We're going to sand for just a minute. Got some sandpaper on the end of this dowel just so I can get back into the back end of this box. And it does a fine job there. Using my skew just to define my shape a little better on the outside. Actually working on the very top of the box at this moment. And we'll do the same on the bottom of the box here in just a minute. Using a beading tool here, we've done the outside, got it all shaped. Going to do some beading top and toward the bottom. Part of my reasoning for the beading is to kind of disguise the joint line between the top and the bottom. It works out quite well. We'll do the beading, and then here in a minute you'll see I bring out my wire burner just to burn those lines between the beads. Just in case you're wondering, I'm using a well, it's a beading tool. Maybe I'll come up with the name of it here. Oh, a D-Way. It's a D-Way Tools beading tool. Don't remember the size on it. It's a small one. I'd like to get another one, get maybe the next size larger. This one does a great job. Just kind of an up and down rocking motion. And it cuts those beads very cleanly, very nicely. Easy Wood Tools also makes a beading tool, and it's just the cutters. They fit on anything. It's a square, one of the square bar tools. But here it is. Here's the it's a guitar wire with a piece of don't remember if it's oak or walnut. Anyway, it's two halves of a pen blank on each end. I drilled a hole in the pen blank and then ran the wire through 2 or 3 times. Kind of wound it up so it stays in there real nice. This does a great job of burning those lines for me. Done that. I'm being careful not to touch that wire because it is hot, I promise. Don't ask how I know. Now a little sanding. We're going to go like I'd normally do, 80 to 320 grit. And this piece is going to get oiled. Normally I would go ahead and do the Axe abrasive and the Axe polishing restoring carnauba wax. This time this particular piece I'm only going to oil it. Working on taking the tenons off. First the bottom, then we'll go up to the top. After I get this done, I'll take the whole thing out of the chuck, reverse the top, and get the tenon off of the top. Kind of boring work there, but it's getting the job done. Not exactly sure why I was playing with the skew so much, but we'll get the parting tool here and we'll make short work of this. Let me go ahead and invite you to join us on Worldwide Woodturners. The website is a phenomenal website. It's just simply www.ResinCrete.com. worldwidewoodturners.org, O-R-G. There you'll see a wealth of information. There's also, as you first get on the page, if you scroll down just a touch toward the left side, there's a button that says click to go to meeting. Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern. If you'll click that, it'll take you into Zoom, and a moderator will let you in. It's free. There's no charge to it. You're welcome to take advantage of the website, also to join our meetings. Come in and let us know you're there. We'd be glad to have you. It's always a good time on Wednesday nights as we have a demo by one of the club members. Never a charge. Never a charge. Do a lot of gallery, showing off what we've turned over the last week. Also, questions. Every once in a while we have a tips and tricks night, and that's always a good time. A great night to have your pen and a piece of paper there so you can write down some of the things to remember what all you saw. So here we're just cleaning up the bottom, the very bottom of the box. You saw the top being done. This is the bottom. We're going to make it just a little concave. I'm also going to put in my typical 3 lines. I'm just making sure it's nice and smooth here before we go on with the process. My little quarter inch skew. I've got another 1/4 inch skew. It's a good bit larger than this. This is my little one. I just am in the habit of using it to make my 3 lines across the bottom there. You see those very thin, fine shavings that came off. A little bit of sandpaper, won't take much. If you haven't already, I would like to invite you to go ahead and hit the like button. You can also, while you're there, click on the subscribe. If you're not a subscriber already, I'd love to have you join the family. When you subscribe, you can hit the notification bell and click all, and YouTube will let you know anytime I put new content up on the channel. We'd love to have you. But here you can see the completed box, and like I said, it's a little unusual. The joint is at the bottom. So you would kind of turn it upside down, put your things in the box, put the bottom on, and then turn it back up where it belongs. Very nice piece of maple, very clean, very clear. I thank you for coming along until we get to meet again. This is Doug. Until we do meet again, hope you're able to spin them around.